November 9th, 2025. Continuing with our service, our Sunday service. I know we're not always going to meet up.
Keep right after 8 miles onto I-4 East toward Orlando.
But as you see, or you can hear, I'm going to continue doing this wherever I'm at. Remotely or physical place. So today, I want to talk about our core identity. In better terms, our OD, which we covered last time. And like I said, OD is so vast, it's so big, there's so much to cover there. Our OD, our core identity, our self-being, who we are. Who are we? A lot of us get a little confused throughout the time in life where we lose our identity, or we forget who we're supposed to be, or we're being too groomed, too molded, right? Shaped to be something or someone. At what point do we realize we're not who we are? We're not who we're supposed to be. Point taken. Our family has a stigma, a reputation, a goal. Sometimes they go by. I'm a father. I have a daughter, and I try to raise her the best way I can. But I think indirectly or selfishly, we try to raise our children not just to the best capability humanly possible. We end up raising them how we think they should be, not realizing that eventually they're going to grow into their own self. In many books, such as the Bible as well, we come as we are, right? Not necessarily how we are supposed to be or how we're structured. But a lot of us lose sight to that. We do. We lose sight. And we end up growing into something else. We end up growing into people we don't like. Versions of ourselves that we're not okay with. We actually start developing or acquiring or picking up some of our some trauma, things that we've gone through from younghood, and spiritual trauma from our past lives, inherit trauma, things that our forefathers and parents before them didn't deal with properly, or didn't deal with at all. And all that carries over. It really does. One might not believe it, but it sure does. just a difference between trauma that we're dealing with here now, here in the now, and trauma that comes from our pasts. Our past. Hear that? Our past lives. How is that possible? Well, if you were a nun or a slave or a doctor or a gypsy, Indian, and you happen to reincarnate into now who we are today, and there were some things that we didn't cover back then, or finish, or correct, or forgive, somehow we find ourselves reliving some of these episodes in our lives, some of these acts. We find ourselves doing the same thing again, making the same mistakes. We find ourselves involved in a repetitive relationship, or the pattern of a relationship gone bad. We find ourselves not putting ourselves first. We find ourselves not giving ourselves that valor, not realizing what we need and what we need to be giving ourselves. Instead, we spend too much time looking for those in our lives to fulfill, to fill in, to substitute many things that we should have been giving ourselves, or learning how to give ourselves, if that makes even more sense. So what happens? We start disrespecting ourselves. We start disregarding our needs. We start filling our minds with crazy thoughts, mainly how to make things right, how to become better, how to become more useful, more wanted, more loved, and not by ourselves, not for ourselves. We do all this for someone else. That's broken. We've become broken. Shoot, we're more broken as a youngster growing up than what we realized to have been broken as an adult. Think about that. We've experienced a lot more broken moments in our childhood than in our adulthood. It's pretty deep. That means we are producing and raising broken kids, so to speak. Yeah. Although our children are born innocent, pure, is what we start teaching them, is what we start showing them. Wow. That's pretty profound. That's pretty deep. Henceforth is one of the reasons why we try to find salvation. We try to find peace, we try to find religion. We try to find something to help us justify this this emptiness or this brokenness that we have in us. We become baptized. We go and we seek groups, spiritual groups, medical groups, therapy, such as therapy and psychologists. We seek help, self-help groups. We dive into yoga, meditation. We dive into bottles of liquor, of pills. Anything and everything to help us cope with us being broken. Which makes me think as to the reason why we come to find Orisha and why we work with Egum and Egbe and Ifa. All of those tools, all of those forces they're meant and designed to help us, to fortify us, find our fortitude, find our meaning, clear our meaning, our mere existence, put things in perspective. Yep. So what I'm saying is, a lot of us go run and make ocha, and we do ceremony, we do it bosses, so that we could be better, so we can basically find a better version of ourselves, not realizing that we never truly had it. It's been in there, it's been in us, waiting for us to be more of an adult to use it, but we don't, and we should be okay with that. Yeah, we should be okay with knowing that we're born to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. And throughout life, throughout our childhood, growing, we're going to make mistakes. Because no one's perfect. So all this stigma...
Keep right after 2 miles onto I-4 East toward Orlando.
All of this stigma of a perfect human being, a perfect child, it's absurd. It's absurd. And it's wrong. It's wrong for us to put all that pressure, all that weight onto someone, especially an innocent, young child that we're supposed to be just loving unconditionally. So then what happens? People come to us and they make ocha. They come in looking to make ocha. We know that they're broken. We should realize this. And if we don't know, shame on us. Shame on us elders who's not going to recognize that the people coming to us are messed up. Far too many times we're crowning, putting Orisha
Exit 261 on the right.
on broken heads, broken souls, heads that can't even handle, much less deal with that type of magnitude of power that the Orisha comes to bring us in our lives. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's entitled. Everyone deserves to be saved. Everyone deserves to have the opportunity to have Orisha welcome into their lives. Everyone deserves that. I just think it's warrant a little more talk.
Take the next exit
we
on
should
the right.
be
Then take the next left.
we should be, I don't know, we really should be helping people out a little more. Helping them like decipher, to get to understand them a little more
Keep next left.
before just making ultra to them. There should be a series of questions, of therapy, of the Misas are very good to help out with that. Certain spiritual baths, the Palo ceremonies, everything and anything that's gonna help evolve a person come to terms with who they are, who they're supposed to be, who they're meant to be. Yeah. I wish I had that. I wish I had someone speak to me a little more in depth prior to making Osha, prior to getting scratched, prior to doing the 21 divisions, Sensei. Just something to help me understand a little more in depth, more detail, as to what I was, going to embark on. And I do know that a lot of these ceremonial things that we do and that we're a part of is secret, and a lot of it cannot be discussed beforehand. I know that, but I do know that we could educate.
Keep left after 17 miles and continue on I-4 East.
We could educate each other a little more. That we could do. Far too many people who we know. You going in? Far too many people who we know are crown dolce. And they are as backwards, as lost as I don't know what. That is so sad. Broken heads, broken dreams, broken souls, broken character. What I mean by that is a lot of people have a lot of trauma, a lot of things they're still trying to work out. And yet they have ultra crown and they're feeling somewhat invincible or feeling like they have this extra power, when in actuality they have all the right tools, all the right elements, but not the proper guidance. Many of us are still just dogs trying to catch our tail. Many of us are just in this world trying our best to do the right thing, which is good, because I believe we should never, ever give up from trying to do the right thing. We just have to realize that my right thing may not be your right thing. And we have to respect each other for that. I think that's where that term comes into, agree to disagree. I don't know. I think first we have to try to find our purpose in life, what motivates us individually. What are we supposed to be doing? What are our likes? What are our dislikes? Especially for those of you guys who are in relationships. It's another thing. We get lost. I mentioned earlier how people get lost in the bottle, drinking liquor, booze, drugs, pills. People get lost in relationships as well. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, we do. Up until the time, look, I'm going to speak even a little more personal, more direct. It took a while for me to realize, because I don't just speak or talk like metaphorically, like on, third party basis. No, I speak from experience. I'm always going to do that. It took a while for me to know. It took a while for me to know that I wasn't valuing myself. It took a while for me to know, to realize what's my worth, what's my value. It took a while. Oh yeah, it took a while. When I started knowing and realizing my value, my worth, I started to realize what I was putting up with in life, just in general. I'm not just talking about relationship. I'm talking about everything. Because this works and goes for people at work as well. Even in large families, even in small families, we sometimes take ourselves for granted, the way people take us for granted. I'm merely saying that when we start to know and realize what we're worth, things start changing. Things really start changing in our lives. We start feeling different. We start looking different. We start carrying ourselves a little different, with a little more, a little more respect. Our shoulders a little more up. We start feeling good about ourselves. We then start realizing, damn, let me start taking care of myself a little more. That's self-care. Whether it's manicure, pedicure, changing your hairstyle, wearing something a little more different, a little more provocative. Whatever it is, it's gonna start bringing out the inner you that's gonna make you feel good. The inner you that only you know how to make feel good. Part of this sermon, part of this service is to build your odi, is to identify your core identity, right? It also speaks on the Odu Eji Obe, Eje Unle 8, which is in Odu. We're gonna start covering more of real soon. If anyone is familiar with Eyeunle, Eyeunle speaks of putting yourself first in life. It speaks of giving yourself valor, respect. Iwa Pele is built and comes from Eyonle. Iwa Pele speaks of our character. It's safe to say, just like in our Ori, there's good character and there's bad character. Just like it's safe to say that there's good Ori and there's bad Ori. How do we cover that? We sometimes have we make good decisions, and we also make bad decisions. We know in this world there's a lot of good people doing good things, doing productive, noble, unalterative motive things, no strings attached. Good deeds, real good deeds. From charity work, from donations, from volunteering, for giving just for the heck of giving. Then we know that there's those groups of people who don't really have a good Ori or good character. How do we know this? Because they're doing evil stuff. They're doing the opposite of good. Simple as that. And it's probably for the good in them. Whatever is fueling them, whatever is making them do ill stuff, this is what they're doing. Killing people, deceiving people, extorting people. Sometimes people feel this is what they need to do. Oh man, it goes way back to like that old saying, hurt people do hurt things. And hurt people hurt people. People who are unhurt, who are grieving, they turn around and they hurt other people. Do unto others as others have done unto you. That's a big saying. It's a huge saying. A huge saying. We gotta be careful with that. So what do we do? How do we get back on track? If you're not biblical, you don't follow the Bible, you don't follow your Oduns in your Ita book, your Ita Malay, you don't know how to read them, which is understandable. I think you should find someone, take a few hours, a couple of hours, at least one, of the week, and go over a letter. That will help you know who you are a little bit more. I tell you, in that book, in that Ita book, there's answers there. Picking up a prayer book and just opening it up to whatever page it is and reading it, there's answers there as well. Looking in the mirror and that self-awareness, there's answers there as well. So this, I believe, is very, very important because it speaks about our core, who we are, not who we're supposed to be, who we should have been, and who they want us to be. Let's try to find that little kid within us, that child, that scared child who's still trying to fit in, still trying to belong, still trying to look for acceptance or to be heard. Believe it or not, we all start feeling like we're not worth anything. We start questioning our immortality based on our worth. So therefore, we're questioning our worth. Because maybe the people around us are not acknowledging us. People around us are not hearing us. Some of us do need to be heard. Some of us convince ourselves that we don't gotta be heard. We don't care. A lot of us do that. When truth of the matter is, it's a lie. We do need something. We need someone. We need to be able to lean on something, someone. Even if it's that you in the mirror. Even if it's you writing stuff down. Yeah. We do. So part of today's sermon is to ask yourself, how much do I love myself? How much love do you show yourself each day?
Keep left after 8 miles onto I-4 East.
Get it? How much love are you showing yourself? How much love are you allowing yourself to be given, to be shown? At the same token, how much love are we giving each other? Engulf, inflamed with anger, being bothered? Are we too full of anger to show love, to be able to give love, to show mercy, to show grace, like Michelle says all the time? Are we really too far gone, wrapped within ourselves to betray any of this? If so, I think we need to reevaluate a couple things. I don't think we're doing the right thing then. Godly thing. If we're too bothered, too busy being mad, upset, uptight, intranquilo. Isn't that right? We don't really ever get a second chance to make another impression on someone's life. We rarely seldom get do-overs. So when we are faced with that opportunity to try to make something better, trying to right a wrong, let's take it. Let's act on it. Let's make it happen. There's a beautiful opportunity we have to try to fix something. Now, it doesn't always have to be about us. In fact, if you do it right and you help someone else by putting them first, their needs, making them feel important, special, giving them what they need, what they're lacking. We may not think we're making it about us and making it about them, but we are kind of making it about us as well, because we feel good afterwards, or we feel accomplished. I don't know. I know I do. Feel good, that is. You understand? Close this up a little bit with the Lord's Prayer. Right? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. O Lord, give us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Give us our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thou is the kingdom,